Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Fengyun Dota 2 tournament. Thank you so much for joining us here on Christmas Eve. It is so nice to have you guys for this best of 3 series between Team Startale and Invictus Gaming. Obviously, IG playing extraordinarily well in that first game. Team Startale will see if they can do a little bit better here with their draft as of right now. Of course, this is the first best of 3 of the night. There's 2 more to go. But we're going to jump right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. My name is Mont. With me is Baseskip. How are you, sir?
Yeah, doing very well. Looking forward to this second game, and well, Startale just don't have to deal with the Pugnet again.
Well, that's not an interesting. I mean, not unexpected to see that ban coming out from Team Startale. They're like, yeah, we don't want to. Nether Blast, no. Netherward took us down so very low. It's better if we just ban it out right now. But that gives more room for IG to pick up whatever else they want, right? I mean, I feel like it's one thing or another thing that you ban, you pick up. All right, well, we give them that. They take another thing. Yeah, exactly. Clockwork, Bristleback. Ugh. Do you really want to deal with it? Well,
so let's see how. I want to see what. Yeah, this should be interesting to see what Startale's #1 priority is. So the Visage is out. Maybe some teams would go Elder Titan. Some teams would take Mirana here. 6.79 is just super interesting to watch the drafting because there are so many viable heroes. You just have to be good at what you do. Okay, so just the Crystal Maiden.
Yeah, they go for the CM again, and it did okay for them in the early stages of the last game, but it was very, very squishy, and the Nether Ward did take her down very quickly. And that issue's not there anymore. But this leaves a Bristleback available, like you mentioned. It leaves the Mirana available. It leaves the Elder Titan. I'm inclined to believe they won't go for the ET on IG's side, but, you know, I've been wrong before, so who knows.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised to see the Bristleback. They play it off lane, they play it safe lane as well. Again, I talked about it in the draft for game 1 that they've just got all of these different. They've got a whole bunch of different strategies across a whole bunch of different, timings. So generally, I think they generally open up the draft and keep things fairly open until they move towards the latter half, and that's when they really start to lock in their cores. So. Looks like maybe a similar story so far. Just going for the Rubik again. We've talked about this for the last 2 days. It's just solid support. Doesn't really give anything away. Don't mind seeing it.
Yeah, I don't think anybody minds seeing Rubik play just because he's really good to watch and fun to watch. And Bristleback, a little bit different. He's just annoying to deal with, and he generally has one, I guess, kind of speed, and that is forward and aggressive and killing people by just running up to them and either cool spraying them earlier in the game and then warpathing them later on, and just going hard, essentially, is kind of the mantra for Bristleback. So we'll see what he wants to do here. As Team Startale, they have to pick up their own.
Yes. Okay. Chen. Don't mind the. So I don't mind the Chen, honestly. And now, we talked about this in the draft for game 1. It used to be a really big feature of Startale's play, and looks like this time around they just want to get their hands on it before we get to the second round. The Timbersaw, notably, is still in the pool, and having a little bit of burst damage can be a great way to deal with the Bristle, because I think that's the one thing that Startale are a little bit lacking right now. They don't really have a whole lot of damage to deal with him.
Timbersaw certainly wouldn't be bad, and I'm surprised it actually got through this far, because it was a second ban last game. So, like, okay, you're going to give up the Timbersaw? That hero's pretty good. I mean, it's done damage, and it's been banned out a lot recently, for good reason. I mean, that hero just is all over the place, tough to kill, and he likes killing people as well. But Gyrocopter coming out for Invictus Gaming, you mentioned how likes to play that hero really strong, so they're going to go for the Lifestealer on the other side, and I don't mind this for Team Startale either. So 2 carries picked up already in the draft.
Yeah, the Lifestealer is a nice pickup. I guess one of your best carries to have against the Bristleback. They've still got tons of offlane options right now. You mentioned the Timbersaw, the Elder Titan's still there. And Elder Titan with the Crystal Maiden is always really nice to have. So I think both teams pretty happy with their draft so far. I guess the one thing that's worth mentioning for Startale, they probably don't have room for it anymore, but a lot of teams to kind of deal with the Bristleback have been picking up Necro. So there's no space for it anymore, but I guess just it's food for thought.
It could happen. I mean, it's always available, and it's always a good item, and people are going to continue to build it. But in this game, who knows?
No, Necro Light. Not Necro Book.
I was like really confused for a second. Oh yeah, you're right. No, you're right. And I talked with Pandago about this from eHug. Is like he is very strong against the Bristleback. He's like the one counter I feel like that is very effective against him, especially with his ultimate. And it's sort of just like survivability on both sides. You're like, all right, well, I've got Death Pulse, and then the other guy's just like, well, I have Bristleback, so an unstoppable force hitting an immovable object, but Necrolite will win that matchup. Bane, though, coming out from Invictus Gaming, that's the counter to the Lifestealer pickup with the Fiend's Grip. Man, it's like I'm already tired, and I shouldn't be. It's only the first match of the night. We got a long way to go, guys. Oh, boy.
It's only 3 best-of-3s, but you'll be fine. So Startale at this point probably needs to diversify out into a little bit more right-click damage. The Bane is going to do his damnedest to keep the Lifestealer locked down throughout the entire game. I guess there are 2 ways to look at this. Either you diversify out and you say, okay, we're going to pick up something like a Razor for mid, or while the DK has been banned out, you know, something in that kind of vein, a hero that can do damage early and then still semi-carry later on, just to make up for the fact that the Lifestealer is going to have a really hard time. Or you go for the Lifestealer vehicle, but I think the problem is then you're very reliant on the Lifestealer's damage. So it could still be maybe a Storm or a Puck, but I would lean slightly towards saying, okay, screw picking up a hero to get the Lifestealer into the fights. We already have the Nature's Prophet. Let's just get some more damage from mid.
I'm on the other side of that coin. I would prefer seeing that vehicle, but just because, and I saw LGD do this a couple days ago, they picked up the Lifestealer and the Puck together, and the damage was immense, just because Puck had so much farm in the Blink Dagger early on. Like, Blink, Silence, Dream Coil is a deceptive amount of damage. You think it's not going to do that much with the Infest out, but it turns out, against squisher supports like a Rubik and a Bane, it pretty much just kills them. So, you know, I can go for either option here. I think either option is fine.
Yeah,
they do actually have that Puck, so.
Yeah, I think either option is fine. The one consideration is that if you take the Puck or the Storm, say, well, both have been banned now, then you pretty much have to kill the 2 supports because you're 100% reliant on the Lifestealer to kill both the Bristleback and a BKB Gyrocopter, and wow, Invictus Gaming. The hate on this Nakes.
I was about to say the hate that's coming out for them. Yeah. That's ridiculous. That's a Roar, that's a Fiend's Grip, on top of a lot of damage they've already gotten. I expect to see this Beastmaster mid, but they can also throw Bristleback there as well. So Team Startale, they have the pick of the litter in terms of what they want to go with mid, other than obviously the Storm. And, of course, the Puck and the DK have been banned out, even the OD as well. So there's still plenty of heroes that do work well in that scenario. But now the question is, like you said, do they go for the vehicle or do they go for semi-carry? Who knows? We'll see. They still have a minute 34 seconds left in reserve time.
Invoker, yes!
Yes. We're both so happy about this, and for good reason.
I'm really excited, yeah.
Like, we don't get to see enough of this hero. And even when we do get to see it, it's just like, all right, I want more. But the problem is, how well are they going to play this up? Will he have room to farm? Will he get those levels effectively? You almost have to go for a minus, I feel like, on this hero now. So, I don't know. I like it, though. I like it a lot. I like it coming out from MP. What do you think?
I like it a lot. Have you seen MP's Invoker?
Not recently.
Okay. I mean, the game that sticks out to me is MP in the finals of the Nexon Sponsorship League's first season.
Yep.
You know, the Startale guys won. He played a fantastic game. I mean, yes, the level of Dota in Korea is at the moment, you know, quite a bit lower than the rest of the world to the European scene, but I think MP played a really, really good Invoker. So we'll see if he can pull off a similar performance this game. He might just get camped, though, and never really get anywhere, so we'll have to see.
And they have, like, those new roaming supports coming out from Bane and Faith, so... Oh, Febby, no, runaway telekinesis! Oh, Febby, that's not where you want to be. Rage goes, Rocket Barrage didn't get used yet, but How is going to go ahead and throw it up now. The Axes are going to secure that kill for Ferrari 430. Febby just walked into that one, and almost Tenbird did the same just a moment ago.
That's just really... That's pretty sloppy play from Febby. They don't have a good level 1 lineup at all. They've got a Chen and an Invoker, 2 of the most useless level 1 heroes in the game. And MP and YK knew exactly what was going on. They're like, we can't fight them if they come up level 1. They're going to go us. They're going to Rocket Barrage us. We want nothing to do with it. Febby just kind of pokes his head out, thinking he'd be fine with Rage, and does end up being punished for it. So
yeah, he got caught way out of position there, unfortunately. But before we go any further into this game, let's talk about the lineup coming out from IG. So, IG, they've got Banana on the Bane here. You can see up in the top lane. They'll have YYF on the offlane, Bristleback. Great offlane player, obviously. Ferrari 430 on the Beastmaster mid. Down in the bottom lane, we'll have Faith on the Rubik with a Haste Rune already picked up. And How on the Gyrocopter. Basically, why don't you go ahead and do the team Startale?
Yep, so over on Startale, we have JYU handling the Prophet. Over on the off lane, we've got MP heading towards mid on his now maybe overhyped Invoker. We've got YK on the Chen, we've got Tenbird on the Crystal Maiden, and we've got Febby on the Lifestealer.
Overhyped, maybe. He's got a lot to live up to here, but listen, he'll do fine. I've got faith in MP's Invoker right now. Axe is flying through. Already a little bit of damage going in from Ferrari 430. He's got that bottle up all ready to go, so early bottle from Invoker's not going to pick that up, just going for probably a null talisman sooner rather than later. There was a roam coming in from YK. Actually looks like he's going to go down to the bottom jungle because his camps are warded here, so... actually this one's okay, but that's not going to give you any creeps. This is the easy camp warded, so he can't farm that. And this camp is actually being stacked up and used for pulling here from Tenbird, so... He's going to head down there for now and look to just jungle with, of course, this hard creep camp coming out on the Radiant side, which is not a bad move. It does waste a bit of time, though, for YK.
Yeah, good adjustment. Unfortunately for him, there aren't any wards from IG on this bottom side of the map, so he can actually move around pretty freely, camp some runes, maybe make some moves over towards mid. I think a really good adjustment. And it gives some space for the Crystal Maiden to be able to use what's left of the jungle to also kind of get some farm, since Tenbird started off with 4 Clarities.
4 Clarities is kind of ridiculous. The Frostbite actually goes from Tenbird just to get the last hit on the Centaur Conqueror. He got it, so I guess it's worth it there. What's interesting to note is YYF's build includes the Viscous Nasal Goo. Whenever I see people play Bristleback, especially in the offlane, it's usually, 2 in Quill Spray, 1 in the Bristleback, get 3 and then 2, and then wait to skill the Viscous Nasal Goo until later. Is that something you see a lot?
Yeah, typically people do leave the goo a little bit later. I think the thing was that he just skilled it when they saw the Lifestealer and went for that first blood.
Yeah,
so
good point.
Yeah, that's why he has it at the moment. And also, he's not too worried about the damage. I think maybe he suspects that they've got vision, so I think he knows that the Chen is no longer over in the jungle, and he's not too concerned with just the Crystal Maiden and the Lifestealer. I think YK is trying to camp a courier here. I don't know about picking up a kill, but I'll see what he can do.
Yeah, and it's actually going to be a crow, so because it's going to be at the 3-minute mark, and he should know that it's going to happen. He'll probably back off now and not look to go for it. Maybe looking for a kill, but he's got a satyr, so that's not going to really help him. He needs something with lockdown. He will take this Alpha Wolf down, however, so he's getting okay farm. There's going to be a roam coming through for MP. Tenbird's going to roam through, maybe looking for a Frostbite. No mana. The Crystal Nova's going to go. MP taking a bit of damage, maybe looking for those axes. The Cold Snap's going to go. Now the gank. There's going to be the Test of Fate and the Shockwave. Chen grabbing that kill. Excellent rotation coming out to help out MP and pretty much sort of win him this lane right now.
Yeah, I was about to question whether or not MP should have been leaving his Bassi on. So this Invoker build, which I think I saw Hani doing first with the Null Talisman and the Bassi, is what everybody is basically doing now for their mid Invoker. And I was wondering maybe he should just leave the Bassi on to try and counter the Inner Beast aura a little bit and keep the lane pushed, but I think he maybe just left it off deliberately so that the Beastmaster would push up and they'd be able to gank him. And looks like YYF in some trouble top.
Yeah, Shockwave's going to go. There's going to be the Cold Source, going to be Frostbite. TP in as well. These ganks have been very effective coming out from Team Startale. That's another kill that they grab in about a minute's time. Nice rotation from JYU as well.
Dire's bottom tower is under
nice little
attack.
move. Unfortunately, doesn't have any mana to stick around and maybe bring down that tower. Maybe he can snag a... No, there's no Clarities left on Tenbird, unfortunately, so he's just going to have to go and find something else to do right now.
Dire's
And
bottom
first
tower
tower to fall is actually going to be down on bottom lane, IG.
So that's the problem here, is that despite them having a very good start
Dire's
and getting
bottom
those ganks
tower is
roamed,
under attack.
they're giving up a lot of farm to Hao, who has his phase boots
MP gets
already.
roared mid, he's dead.
And just like that, I had my camera there a second ago, and Ferrari 430 decided not to wait for me to check it back, but that's okay. He grabs that kill in the mid lane right now up at the top lane. Febby doing work on YYF, but nothing happening there. And down bottom, it looks like they're going to take probably another tower here. The fortification is going to come, but they need some help here. Kristanova's going to push Banana back, but only for a moment right now, and Hao is actually very dangerous with phase boots this early on.
Radiant's top tower
Yeah,
is
IG,
under
you
attack.
wouldn't call this tri-lane your traditional pushing tri-lane, but they're just going to snag back-to-back towers. And
Dire's bottom
it's a
tower
lot of
has
gold
fallen.
going to the supports, especially in this early stage of the game. It's going to be maybe really fast arcanes on Banana. He's not doing the best in terms of levels just because they've been sticking together as 3 for like the last 2 minutes, but I think he's still going to be fine.
I still feel like that's going to give Startale a huge hole to climb out of. I mean, that's 2 towers gone, just like that. They didn't rotate anybody in. I guess they couldn't really fight into that with Rocket Barrage, the Flat Cannon doing a lot of work to Tenbird already. And YK not having the best jungle. He's only level 3 as you can see, and he's only got a Centaur Conqueror now, so no Hand of God, not able to fight just yet. The Nature's Prophet is taking some time to get online as well. So I guess they just let those towers go for free, and that gives, I guess, Febby more room to farm? I'm not sure.
Normally the hope would be that they traded. Poor YK runs up onto the hill into a Nightmare.
Nice. Centaur Conqueror does take that Nightmare away from the Brain Sap, and How's going to try to wrap around looking for the Rocket Barrage. Bristleback will cut off the, the backside here, and actually he's not going for him. They're just going to chase YK down. He's trying to juke. He will go into the jungle for a second and then die to the Rocket Barrage, so yeah, he was not in the best place. I mean, they saw him there. They had the Bane waiting, unfortunately.
Yeah, so another kill picked up for IG. Normally the hope with those towers falling bottom lane would be that Startale were doing the same thing top, but now they're behind in the overall trades. And if they try and push top lane, IG will just bring heroes up there or manage to push down mid. So they're definitely ahead, and Startale need to try and make a play if at all possible. Unfortunately, like you said, the Chen and the Prophet and things are all a fairly low level, so IG doesn't feel like much of an advantage, but they know that they're up and they're going to use it.
Oh, Roar's going to go on MP. They're just going to dive this straight up right now. Rocket Barrage getting in close. Cold Snap goes. A lot of damage on Ferrari 430. Doesn't matter. They grab that kill. Banana's being chased. Frostbite's going to go, but what damage is there? Not enough. Nature's Prophet comes in. Can't take that Rocket Barrage damage. He'll split it up with his creeps. Banana getting chased right now, but it's really only the treants there, and so another free kill going their way. The tower's not going down yet. YYF getting pinged on, getting Crystal Nova. They're going to try to open wounds, but nice call down going through. They have to rage. Febby backing off, hitting a creep, wants to maybe go on this How Gyrocopter. They're going to sprout him up as well. Infest out, doing some damage. Can they bring him down? Test of Faith. He's going to wand up and stay alive. Banana is not going to be so lucky. He will fall down next. It's Tenbird grabbing that kill. Viscous on Febby. They're chasing after him. YYF going to try to dive this. Bristleback's got 1 point, so he's trying to take. He's Sunstrike. Is going to obliterate him. Yes, it will. Invoker grabbing that kill with the Sunstrike. That's the Exhort doing work already. How getting low as well. Faith getting chased after here. They have nothing to slow him down or stop him, so that could have been a lot better for Startale, but at least they turn the fight around a little bit.
Yeah, Startale managed to pick up a couple of kills there, and realizing that they couldn't afford to give away more to IG. If they turned up and brought all of these heroes mid to try and take this tier 1, they had to try and stabilize the gold, and it's pretty much what they've done. Golden experience, going to continue sitting in around the same place. IG did have Faith squeaking in a little bit of farm bottom lane to be able to grab his arcanes, so I think maybe still a small advantage overall to IG, but nicely played by Startale.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's not going to give them a whole lot. That's the thing, though. When you talked about them getting the towers, they've got to do something soon. Maybe they're waiting for the Hand of God up on the Chen, and maybe tries to build that mech, but I don't know how quickly he's going to do it. How already has a recipe for drum, so his farm is starting to grow exponentially, whereas there's only treads in the brace strip for Febby right now. The headdress does get created for YK, so that is something to at least look forward to. And if they have an early mech and Hand of God, well, no mid lane action. Well,
yeah.
Look at that.
Ferrari had Boots of Travel, and he Boots of Traveled into his Hawk and roared MP behind the tower.
That's pretty impressive play. That's just a nice little kill that they grabbed there. There's an Observer Ward on the high ground coming out, and it looks like IG, with all the vision they have, they want to try to make something happen here. But, Ferrari is still invisible. The thing is, he just used that roar, so he can't use it for another minute or so, and they'll have to back off for now. The Hawk is going to scout things out as well, if necessary. That ward, though, is a really nice placed ward. Actually, that's a dire ward, excuse me, coming out. I thought that was the IG ward, but gotta look.
No, the IG ward's even further back. It's they did a really good job. They dove the tower, and I think it was Faith, being the opportunist that he is, just plopped it down as they were retreating out. So nicely done. They've also got the Hawk here, so maybe not as great as it could be, but still nicely done by IG.
Yeah, and we'll try to keep going with this push right now with the Crystal Nova push and then back, but only for a moment. They have no creep wave. They're going to wait for that to get there. You look on the high ground. Febby's trying to maybe get himself positioned for fighting. He can, of course, infest into somebody, but there's no real vehicle for that infest bomb to come and, get him with a lot of that damage. So they have to actually be careful here. YK's backing off. He does have a creep army. The tower's taking some damage right now. Flat Cannon's doing work. Shockwave does take the creep wave and push it back. The Boar trying to slow things down. They're going to frostbite it and look for the kill on it very easily. It's actually Tenbird grabbing the gold. So while that was happening, though, JYU is actually farming at least okay down in that bottom lane. He has rotated down there now, and there is going to be a TP again coming in from the Beastmaster, looking for the Roar. MP going to be on the receiving end of that. There's going to be the Fade Bolt as well as the Axis Brain Sap. Sunstrike not hitting anybody right now, so just another easy kill coming out from the Beastmaster, and the Hawk gank comes in again. The Hawk Roar.
Middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower.
Yeah, this is it's pretty cute from Ferrari. Knows that he can't really be punished for it with the kind of with the lack of burst really on Startale, and his team is always there ready to back him up as well, just in case anything goes sour. So, IG kill tower, continuing to build momentum, and it's pretty tough for Startale. I think the Nature's Prophet was a little bit slow in realizing that he needed to not be sitting behind the tier 1 mid, and should have actually been split pushing over in a lane, but it's a minor thing. Could have maybe bought them some space, however, because he's not split pushing, it means that Febby has to be sitting there as well, and that means that Startale will have all 5, and they're not really using part of the strength of their lineup, which is the split push from the Prophet.
Yeah, and it's not like IG were doing the same thing, split pushing. They were just kind of sitting there as well, trying to take that tower down. So, you know, they did, you know, kind of get JY out of there eventually, but still took too long. He is doing the smart thing and farming up now. He's not split pushing. They're actually going to try to look to go on Ferrari. Slide showing a little bit happening. I think that's just the servers. As you can see, Tenbird thinking about roaming in. TP was canceled. Maybe look to go on Ferrari right now. There's the Roar and Febby. So maybe a little bit of a bait, but they're going to try to go on. An Axis is going to fly. Crystal Nova, that's a haste rune. Febby's kind of low. Fable hitting up on everybody. Hand of God. Call down's going to go. Rage is up. Sunstrike onto Banana, taking some damage. Phase grip on Febby. He should fall first. Centaur Conqueror Stomp coming in, but not helping. YK low. Test of Faith. Gonna go down. Tenbird, Flat Cannon, Rocket Barrage, MP. Axed up. It's 4 down. Double kill for Faith. They want more. The last hero alive is going to be that Nature's Prophet. He's getting chased down in the trees here. YYF looking to go with the Viscous Nails with the right click, Brain Sap for Banana, and Bristleback takes the kill. It's a team wipe coming out for Team Startale. IG taking that fight handedly.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Just very nicely played by IG there, honestly. Like, Startale, unfortunately, just don't have really good initiation to begin with, you know, as a feature of their lineup, but still, IG win the team fight 5-0, take the tower, and that might just be it. I'm not sure what Startale can do at this point. That team fight, they had a Hand of God. I think they didn't have their Nature's Wrath, I suppose, but now they're up against a mech on the Bristleback. I don't know how they can kill anybody anymore. YK.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy, especially when your Chens are getting caught out of position. Wow, what a sprout! The double sprout, the Crystal Nova. Can they get anything on top of this Fate? Yes. And the Tornado's coming in, trying to zone everybody out, trying to do damage to Banana. He's getting chased down. Tenbird's got that Frostbite in 3 seconds, but he's slow. Banana with the Tong Fu tag coming in. Sprout, there's the call down. Now How wants to fight. Oh, the Rocket Barrage taking 1, maybe even 2. Freezing Field is going to get off, doing damage. Sunstrike on How, it's gonna get the kill. Look at that, they take How down. They needed that desperately. Banana still getting chased. Open Wound's not available for 6 seconds, and Feeble. Febby's got to back off now, but here comes the Centaur Conqueror. No mana for a Stomp, unfortunately. He has 82 mana. He's not regenning it, however. You can see Banana is out of mana now. The Nightmare did go. That was at the Centaur Conqueror. Here we go. TP now coming in from the Beastmaster. No, don't roar MP again. Please, no. Don't do it. He's actually going to get Cold Snap Ferrari, realizing he's maybe in a bad position. TP coming in this time around from Tenbird, as well as JYU. Here we go. Infestin takes down that creep. They don't want to chase any further, it looks like. His Faith is here to help his team out. They still are missing How, and for some reason, Team Startale don't want to go any further than that.
Yeah, the Bane doesn't... Oh, yeah. Startale maybe could have chased it a little bit further. The reason that IG backed off is Banana didn't actually have any mana. So while he was there, there was no way that he could follow up. And worth pointing out that Faith has managed to steal the Prophet's TP. So not only can we have Ferrari TPing into his Hawk, we might also have Faith popping up in the middle of this next fight. We'll see what happens.
That's awesome. That's amazing.
That's just awesome. Yeah, there's nothing else to say about that. I really want to see it happen.
It's just mobility and that's kind of what a lot of people like having on Rubik is mobility, and it's just another spell to have in your toolkit that really is... It's not even excessive, it's just nice positioning coming out from Faith, hopefully. So we'll see how well they use that to set up ganks, like you talked about with the Beastmaster's Roar with the Hawk TP. They're going to try to take down, or at least do some damage, this tier 2 tower mid. The Forge Spirits are going to come through and scare them away, as they do have that freaky looking helmet thing. from Ice 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 set. The top lane, Tenbird, Crystal Nova, Rocket Barrage. He's going to be on the receiving end of a death, potentially. Hand of God's going to keep him alive. Test of Faith, Tornado, nice Nightmare. Sunstrike not in time, however. Right click's not there. He's speedy with his Phase Boots and his Yasha and his Drum Charge. They can't get the kill. And Faith turns around and grabs the Nature's Prophet down bottom. Now they're going to try to go on Wild Way up. The Rage is going to go. The Quill Spray's not doing much to Febby now, obviously, but he's still too tanky with 4 points into that Bristleback. Viscous Nasal Goo is going to go. Febby taking damage. Warpath. Sark stacks are going to be there. Open wounds again. You can see a lot of damage. Centaur Conqueror Stomp. Calldown's going to go. YK on the receiving end of that. No mech to save his life. How grabbing that kill. Febby. Open wounds. Getting the kill on the Bane as Cold Snap was already on him. Now Frostbite on How. Can they take him down? Open wounds. Rocket Barrage. He's got no rage. He couldn't infest an FP in time. Sunstrike. He doesn't walk into it. He jukes it back. There's the Sprout up. The right click should take How down. It's a 3-for-2 trade in the end, I believe. Wow.
Invisibility.
Little bit sloppy from IG. Oh, Faith! He's done it!
Wow.
Tenbird! Oh, he's got stick charges. Is he going to survive here?
No, the right click.
clicks.
The Cold Snap. He can't get the kill. No, he went to his death. The TP. Oh, Faith.
Second thought.
It would have been big plays had it
The biggest of plays.
worked out. I don't know if he had Spell Steal off cooldown as soon as he TP'd in. Maybe that could have made the difference. MP's going to get roared. Yeah. Out of mana completely, slowed down. Down he'll go.
Yeah, that's just another kill for Ferrari 430, all in a day's work for him. Unfortunately, YK and Tenbird are getting ganked here as well with Banana, the Brain Sap already. The Sprout's up on Ferrari. You can actually axe himself out of there if he needs to. YYF, Viscous Nasal Goo, just chasing JYU down here. And he's actually going to get 4-stepped up to the high ground. It's his own 4-step, so he'll survive. YYF is on a warpath here, no pun intended. Just looking for a kill, looking for JYU. The salve is actually up. He'll stay alive. Debbie infests out. Nobody's dead just yet. Oh, man, the freezing field doing work on Banana. They're zoning them all out, but still, everyone is rather low. No casualties other than MP going down to the roar just a little bit ago. And so Febby's looking to try to initiate. He raged up. The Ridge is on cooldown now, and they're going to let the Tier 2 tower fall finally.
Dire's middle tower has
So,
fallen.
IG back on track. They had a couple of weird moments there, like YYF deciding that he was tanky enough to 4v1 and then died before he could get his mech off, and obviously Faith with the TP plays, but I think they're still very firmly in control of this game. They're up 14k gold, they're up 10k experience, and I'm not going to take anything away from Startale. I think they've played well, but it's going to take something really special to turn one of these team fights around if IG just go in with all 5.
Something special indeed. Something like some big Invoker plays, because he has the minus now, so he's getting experience at least, which isn't bad. I mean, he's not too far behind the leaders on IG, but they just have such a large gold lead. It's even larger than the last game, and it doesn't seem like that either. But it really is, and Ferrari's here, he's got a Necro 3 already. They're chasing after Faith, 4-step forward, Sprout up. He may very well die. Now the TP's going in right on FP, he falls. The Axe is Febby in trouble as well. So yes, you take down a Rubik, but you lose your 2 core heroes. That's kind of a problem. There's a huge call down coming in. The Fiend's Grip as well. That's going to be pretty much everybody dying. YK gets the Hand of God off, but it's going to be too late for him and the rest of his team, and that's going to be another team wipe going through, and IG are just on another level right now, taking everybody of Team Startale down.
Just IG know exactly what to do. Startale kind of threatened the early roam a little bit with the Chen and the Crystal Maiden. IG very calmly took those the 2 towers on bottom lane. They knew that Startale couldn't really respond to it, and yeah, like you said, just on a completely different level. Unfortunately for Startale.
Yeah, it's been a rough match for them, and so far the Koreans have not done well in this tournament, unfortunately. Sadly, they got to regroup. It's going to take a while, it seems, to best that of IG. The game's not over yet, but the lead is pretty insurmountable, as YYF is going to get Frostbitten. Test of Faith, and Feeble is up on Febby. Sunstrike doing some damage to YYF, but not nearly enough. Calldown's coming in. He's going to do a lot of turnaround damage coming through. Now YYF wants to continue on fighting. That did just go in a moment ago. Tenbird, the first to fall in this engagement. YYF is going to back right off and say, okay, I'm kind of low. Let's not do anything too hasty here. He still has his level 4 Bristleback, so I guess he doesn't mind too much. Mantis Style already going for the Gyrocopter right now. Flat Cannon. Look at the damage to JYU. The right clicks, the roar coming in from the backside. Febby's going to fall next. 3 down. Blake telekinesis on YK. He wants just to get back to the well. No. Just let him heal up. Double kill for Ferrari 430. And now a set of Rexes. On top of that, nope, they're just going to go straight GG. So IG, do it again, 2-0 on Team Startale.
Dire's top barracks are under it.
Very nicely done by IG. I think still some potential shown from Startale, some solid. Well, I think the OD was a little bit questionable game 1, but solid drafts in both games, and well, hopefully we'll see more of them in the coming months, and they don't just disappear.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a team that's around for a while. At least I'm crossing my fingers and I'm hoping, because like I talked about, some good players there. So that is going to do it for this series, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll probably have a bit of a break before the next series like we had in the last night, but it gives us more time to play good music and for us to chat, obviously. Before we head out of here, though, of course, my name is Malt. With me is Basekip. Basekip, where can they find you, and any shoutouts before we get into the next series?
So I'm on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, all under Basekip. So if anybody wants to figure out where I am, that's where you can find me. And no shoutouts. Maybe I'll save them until the very end of the day. But thanks, Malt.
Yeah, thank you for joining me and casting with me as always, and of course give him some follows, please. Great caster. So we are going to jump into a break. My name is Mont. If you enjoy the cast, you can follow me at twitter.com/montdota2. It's my birthday tomorrow. I'm kind of excited for that. It is, nice. Of course, Christmas Eve. Yep. It should be, I guess I say tomorrow. I guess it's already the 24th, so I'm talking about the 25th, obviously, but hopefully everybody's going to have a Merry Christmas and stay safe out there. But we will take a quick break, guys, and we'll be right back, so stick around.